Hello, I'm Jim Peters. Welcome to the Columbia River Yacht Club on the beautiful Columbia River in Portland, Oregon. I'm selling my motor yacht Volunteer, which is a 1970 ferro concrete vessel, a cruising vessel, and a potential live-aboard vessel. She has a forward compartment, an aft compartment, a saloon, a galley, two heads, beautiful dining areas, and which you'll see later on in the tape. We've done a number of upgrades to her, including all of the electrical. The mechanical is a very simple system. It's all been redone. And later on in the video, you will see the power and everything in the engine room. Come on and I'll show you the cockpit. This is a lovely, comfortable area that seats as many as 8 people. It's nice for 2 also. We can sit here under cover, a small little barbecue. It's a great place to have a glass of wine, serve dinner, and just enjoy beautiful evenings like we're having tonight. I'll take you to we'll start at the upper helm and we'll head up there. Let's go to the upper helm. On a sunny day, this is the place to be. There's adequate seating out in the sun, or there's adequate seating in the shade. The helm is fairly simple here. Of course, we have 2-way radios, we have a Lowrance river guide, we have a compass, we have a throttle, and a prop gauge. So it's very simple, and but it's also very comfortable. And this is where I spend about 85 to 95% of my time, and I will be, and I recommend that you be too. The scenery is the best from around here. The docking is easier to do up here. So let's go downstairs and I'll show you the lower helm and we'll start from there. Okay, we're inside the vessel now at the front, at the lower helm. As you can see, there's a radar, there is depth finder, fish finder, there's a autopilot, there's a TV camera for the engine room, a tachometer, a rudder control, oil temperature, water temperature, etc., horn, thruster, a genset starting mechanism, and of course the throttle. I'm in here maybe 5% of the time because in Oregon sometimes it really rains, and we have a windshield wiper in here and the doors can be closed, and we're going to turn around in a minute and you'll see that there is adequate heat in here, and that makes it really comfortable. Over my head is a document drawer for their important papers. Back into the salon further is a liquor cabinet, glass holder, etc. And of course a TV. And next to that is the a little generator, an air conditioner. And over here is a wraparound sofa, and it really makes it very comfortable. As we progress to the rear of the boat, we have a wood-burning stove. We have also a electric stove, of course stereo system, adequate storage for everything you can imagine. And that takes us into the galley. The galley for a 48-footer is very comfortable. It has a refrigerator, a microwave, a stove top and oven, and a 2-sink compartment, and it's very easy to to cook in and to serve cocktails in across the counter. Let's go down to the aft stateroom. This is the master stateroom. This is in the aft of the boat, and it has a full queen-size bed. I'll walk around half of it, fairly easy to make. A small TV. It has some mechanical water storage, etc. is here. Lots of storage for bedding and clothing, etc. And as boats go, it's very, very large and very comfortable. A full shower, toilet, and sink. And it is, again, if this were going to be a liveaboard, a person could be very comfortable in this boat. Let's go to the front stateroom now. Okay, this is the front stateroom. It's a double bunk. One bunk can be used for two people, another one is a single. It has, again, a complete full shower and head assembly and a beautiful sink, and lots of storage around behind the camera, and he'll get there. And this room is the entrance to the engine room, where we're going to discuss the full systems of the vessel. We're in the engine room now, and it's a full stand-up engine room, and we've got the original 1970 workbench, vise, pencil sharpener, and that old toolbox there, the old machinist box. And this is just a great engine room. The main engine is a John Deere 126 horsepower 6-cylinder diesel engine, and it's connected to a 6-to-1 transmission that of course drives the propeller. There's 2 fuel filters, and I recently had removed the old gen set and brought in a Kohler 6.5 diesel generator. It is a very efficient piece of equipment, and it is just like having the boat plugged in at your 110 outlet. Below it is the hot water tank, and around behind me is the inverter, of course connected to a battery bank. There's 2 batteries in each box. There's a separate starter battery for the vessel and a separate starter battery for the generator, and then more bank in this box here. Now let's talk about, just for a minute, the DC power. The DC power is, of course, the battery operated portion of this vessel. At sea, the alternator on our engine is generating the batteries, and you'll never have to use a gen set or be plugged in. The boat is efficient and runs all of its systems by this battery bank. The AC side of it is when you're plugged into the wall outlet, the shore power, and the shore power, of course, overrides the DC, and you do not have to use any of the DC power or the gen set. It is only when you're at sea, not running, for example, at anchor up in the San Juans or wherever this boat will end up, and you're there for several days, that do you have to start the generator to get AC power, and it regenerates the DC power. That is the fuel is behind the powered by John Deere door. There's a 100-gallon fuel tank there. We operate just off of the day tank, and the fuel is monitored by this sight gauge, and you can see we have 49 gallons in the boat now. The person that buys it will have a full tank. I'm really proud of how clean this area is. There was no cleaning done before this video was made. It is always like this. There's no leaking oil. There's no odor in here whatsoever. And it's always I'm very proud to always show this vessel off.